Lakeway sits on the southern shore of Lake Travis in the scenic Texas Hill Country. It is considered an exurb of Austin, which means it's close enough to the city to commute, but it's not as densely populated as a suburb. Lakeway originally was a retirement and second home community, but in recent years has drawn more families because of the relaxed lake lifestyle. Both empty nesters and young professionals are attracted to the area. There are tennis courts, golf courses, hike and bike trails, a private airport, marinas, a full-service hotel and spa, and of course, breathtaking hill country views. My name is Charles Lewis, and I'm a realtor here in the Austin area. And if you stick around for this video, I'm going to give you some pros and cons of living in Lakeway, Texas. Let's start by taking a look at where Lakeway is located. The first thing to point out is the Colorado River winds through the area all the way from Lake Travis to downtown Austin. It separates this northern area from the southern part. Now there are two ways across the river, here at the Pennybacker Bridge and here on FM 2222 near the Mansfield Dam. This entire area is the beginning of the Texas Hill Country. It has beautiful views, but not all of the land is fit for housing or roads for that matter, which explains why the two roads into Lakeway, both 71 here through Bee Cave and FM 2222 in the north, both wind their way through this area. Now on the one hand, this is a pro, because Lakeway and most of this entire area is not as densely populated as, say, the areas directly north of Austin. The con is the distance and drive time if you commute into the city. Traffic congestion is an issue with the roads into Lakeway, especially during rush hour, and there are no alternative routes. There is also no access to public transportation, so you will be car dependent. For the most part, if you buy a house on Lakeway and need to commute to the city, you will consider the drive time a con. Now on the other side of this, Lakeway gets its name because it's on the shore of Lake Travis. So a huge plus is the easy access to all those outdoor lake activities. In addition to this, you also have parks, nature trails, golf courses, tennis courts. Now one thing to be aware of though, is that because of the population growth in the area, you might be challenged to find a marina that has openings. Some of them have wait lists that are years out. Lakeway in the overall Lake Travis area has some of the most beautiful homes in the entire Austin metro. Most of the HOAs will restrict the architectural design. Now there are some exceptions, but you'll see a lot of Tuscan homes with tile roofs. If this is the style that you like, and you want a big house with lake or hill country views, then the houses available in Lakeway would be a pro. Now the downside is the cost of the housing in the area. Across the United States, higher price points and the higher mortgage rates we've seen recently are making it more difficult for some to even buy a house. And with median prices around $1 million, like they are in the Lakeway area, those prices limit the number of people who can afford to live there. There was a proposal before the Lakeway City Council to build a 276-unit workforce housing development, but it was rejected. The thinking was that the land was developed by a business, the city of Lakeway would see higher tax revenues. Now the problem with this is there are a lot of businesses in the area who are finding it increasingly more difficult to hire and retain staff. This impacts a wide range of industries, from school teachers to first responders to office staff for medical practices or the hospitality industry. If you're running a business in Lakeway and your employees can't afford to live there and have to commute 45 minutes to an hour to get to work, then you're going to have to pay them substantially more than they could make somewhere else, or you're not going to keep that employee. Now, I personally think decisions like this are a little short-sighted, but the idea behind an exclusive community is that there are income or personal wealth thresholds that are required to be part of that community. Unfortunately, this does not encourage diversity. This chart is from citydata.com and shows the demographic makeup of Lakeway. This chart from Point 2 Homes shows the average and median household incomes in Lakeway. Lakeway is part of the Lake Travis Independent School District. Third-party school rating sites like niche.com typically rate the Lake Travis ISD high compared to other districts in the area. For this year, Niche rated Lake Travis number 2 in Travis County and number 4 overall in the Austin metro. This is a pro if you have school-aged children, But everybody in Lakeway is going to pay for that school district, whether they have children or not. Here's an example how property taxes break down for residents in Lakeway. You'll notice that the overall percentage is low compared to some parts of the Austin Metro, and the biggest portion of those taxes go to the school district. That 1.23% for the Lake Travis ISD represents 60% of the total property tax bill. Now, with respect to taxes, I've used this only for example purposes. The entire Austin Metro has seen appraised values skyrocket in 2022. Many homeowners were able to slow down the rate of increase with the homestead exemption, and the taxing districts have not finalized the percentages yet. More than likely, they will be adjusted this year because there are limits on the total amount of tax revenue they can collect. But regardless of what the final rates wind up being, a big portion of your property tax bill, whether you're in Lakeway or anywhere in Texas, will go to the school district. So again, the Lake Travis ISD is ranked high by third-party ranking sites, which is a pro. But the combination of high property values and a high percentage of the total tax bill allocated to that school district means if you purchase a home in Lakeway, you will have high property taxes, which is definitely a con. I get emails, texts, and phone calls almost every day from people who are thinking about buying or selling real estate here in the Austin area, and I would love to help you out too. If you like this video, you should check out this other one that I did. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. All of my contact information is in the video description, so don't be shy. Let's make your real estate dreams come true.